Well, admittedly, things could be going better in our early days at Fulham Football Club. Wish we had a better transfer window. Wish we had a better team. Getting a lot of shades of early Qasim Pasha here. All we need to do is ride out the storm, which, oh yeah, includes our next 6 matches against teams all in the top half of the table. And welcome back, one and all, to episode number 53 of Bottom to the Top. I'm Mr. Cellophane. I hope you are having a wonderful day so far. Well, we are no worse off than we were before. Still in 17th place, 26 points now out of 29 matches. Still below like that break-even point, like a point per game. Kind of like to be there. It would be nice. Still 3 points out of the relegation zone. Leicester hot on our tails. Burnley has dropped off a little bit. We did manage to pick up our first victory. We played 3 matches since the last episode. The first was a 1-1 draw to Aston Villa. Southampton, though, we were able to pull it out in the 88th minute. And it was our captain, Harry Wilson, essentially going coast to coast, bringing it back from his own end all the way into the box, shooting it top corner, past the goalkeeper for the 1-0 victory in the 88th minute. Unfortunately, we did lose Miguelito to a multi-week injury in that match, so what the football gods give, they also take away. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it 2 in a row, falling 3-2 to Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. On the road, we actually went down 3-1 and came back with a nice James Adade goal in the 67th minute, but unfortunately, we didn't have any more bullets left in that gun. 3-2 was the final, which means since we have taken over Fulham, we have won 1, we have lost 2, we have drawn 2. So I like to look at that as we've picked up points in 3 of our first 5 matches. Unfortunately, Leicester's picking up points as well. They are keeping pace with us, and they currently sit with a game in hand, and we have a very tough road to hoe. Our schedule is very unforgiving. Arsenal is next, currently sitting 3rd in the table. Chelsea follows them after an international break on the road at Stamford Bridge. Now, we did beat them in our last matchup 2-1. Hopefully, we can repeat what our predecessor was able to do. And then we take on, Man City, currently sitting in 2nd place of the Premier League. After that, we have Liverpool in 4th. Followed by Manchester United at home in 9th. Although we beat them with Qasim Pasha, maybe we can do the same with Fulham. And then we round out the gauntlet with Everton currently in 8th place before we finally get a respite against Leicester and Luton, 2 teams currently in the relegation zone, before we head back to the top 6 with West Ham currently in 5th. Now, we knew when we took the job it wasn't going to be easy, and with 9 matches left, having 6 of those against teams in the top half makes it all that much more difficult. So hopefully we can scrounge out a couple of points from these 6 matches. How many? I don't know how many is going to be enough. I mean, if we can get 6 out of 6, that would be pretty good. We are trying our modified diamond out in this match as well, because the fans basically have said we need to find new ways, do things better, do a little bit more. So it's going to be Galini in goal, a back four, a Batty, Ober, Andreu, and Cross. Sancho and Wilson on the wings with Berg in the middle of the midfield. On the attacking third, it's going to be Fazio with Kalajic and Strand Larson. Let's hope it works. There really is nothing like heading into a match in front of your home fans against the team currently sitting in a Champions League qualifying position and trying out something brand spanking new tactically. And 2.5 minutes in, a dangerous free kick for Chelsea. Unable to pick out Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice is going to track that down. Feed it over to Olmo on the left side. He finds Ivanisevic. Am I reading that right? kind of came up pretty quickly. Anyway, it's deflected behind. Nice save by Galini. Bukayo Saka, though, is going to line up for the corner. In for Rice. Can't get his head on it. Kalajic able to clear it away. Nketiah. Whatever. Tracked down by Arsenal. And the highlight is over. One shot on goal through that entire flurry, but another free kick. Bukayo Saka. Strand Larsen clearing it as far as White. Moving it deeper. Back for Kiwior. Blocked by Batty. Nketiah off the crossbar. Saka swept away by Andreu. Saka again. Blocked. Sancho clears it. Fantastic defensive work by the Fulham back four on that offensive push by Arsenal. They did manage to get 2 more shots off on goal. Saka with another corner. This time, he's not going to miss Declan Rice. His 5th goal of the year. Arsenal takes a 1-0 lead. And more Arsenal as we hit the 21st minute. Another throw-in. Olmo playing it back for Siske. Olmo ridden off the puck. Saka again. Rice in. Shoots. Scores. Declan Rice with the brace. And this match has been all Arsenal all the time. I don't know if it's a failure of the tactic or it's just Arsenal battering our defense. Not really a great play. Is that Berg? No, it was Fazio coming back deep. He's not really known as a defensive threat. Kind of not his area of the pitch. 2-0 is your score. Still no shots on goal for Fulham through the first 38, 39, 40 minutes. If we have no shots at halftime, we're going to switch things back up to where we were. There we go. We got one. 1 shot on goal. 3 minutes of added time have come and gone. Doesn't really matter, though. Arsenal with a commanding lead right now. 2-0. 1 shot. We didn't register a single tick of XG. Glad we didn't see the highlight of whatever that shot was. The good news is the team seems really stoked and ready to go after the half. 2 changes made for Arsenal. We have not made a switch yet. Yeah, it's definitely coming because we did pick up another shot on goal. We now have 2 on the match, and this is just not enough. Cross not having a good game. Sapi is going to take his place. Obear isn't feeling great. Bednarik is in. Kalajic just not looking good. James Adade will now pair with Strand Larsen, and Fazio needs a break. We'll get Babadi in there. He's been okay for us so far. Hasn't registered on the score sheet. Nketiah turned over. Babadi up for Strand Larsen. Playing it up the left wing. Sancho has room in front of him if he hurries. Plays it to Adade. Adade is in and he hits the crossbar. We've hit the woodwork again. What is it with the teams that I manage and just missing the target by that much that it clatters away and goes out for a throw-in? That was then. This is now. Wilson looking to deliver an in-swinging corner. White looking to head it away. Bednarik gets it back out to Wilson. Into the box. Babadi, and Isaac Babadi picking up his first goal of the year, making it respectable. It's 2-1 Arsenal. Fulham coming back with a late goal in the 79th minute. And Bednarik actually getting that clear over to Wilson. Babadi threw a mass of bodies. Ramsdale didn't see it. I will take it any way I can get it. Berg is not doing fantastic right now. Alexi Iwobi is going to be our final change as we move into the final 10 minutes of this match. Finally scoring a goal. Can we find another one? If we do, we rescue a point from Arsenal, which would be a nice feather in our cap, but I don't think it's going to happen. 4 minutes added on are going to come and go. Arsenal outshoots us 10-5, outpossessed us 64-36, and beat us by a score of 2-1. So we played a friendly over the break against the French side, Cologne, for a couple of reasons. One, we wanted a match we could potentially win. Two, we just needed a little bit more time, practice, and familiarity with the new tactic because Chelsea is on the horizon. We also found out that, good news, Leicester has played the 2 matches that they had in hand on us. Bad news, they did pick up 1 point. We are now only 2 points clear of the relegation zone. And worse news, that 1 point came against Burnley in a 2-2 draw, which means Burnley is now 1 point closer, and only 4 points separates us from 19th. Happy thoughts. We are, after all, only on our second match of our gauntlet of 6. So, we've got... this is not going to be easy. Galini is going to be in goal. It's Batty, Aubert, Andreu, and Cross as our back 4. A midfield of Sancho, Berg, and Wilson. Wilson has been playing very well as of late. Fazio scored a couple of goals in that friendly. He has been rewarded with the start in the attacking midfield position with Adade and Strand Larsen partnering up front. I do feel like this is a more direct version of the tactic than we had been playing before. Also looking decent defensively, as we saw in the Arsenal matchup. And now a final third throw in Reece James getting it back from Enzo. James to Enzo, working it toward the left before he drops it to Antonio. Caicedo back for Colwill. Caicedo once again. Enzo for Colwill. Not finding an entry are Chelsea right now. Antonio trying to bring it up the near sideline. He'll get a little bit deeper. Enzo looking back post. Cross is going to clear that away. Chilwell carrying it in. Mudryk along the edge of the box in the middle, and Cuckoo blocked. Sterling back for Reece James. Dropping it for Colwill, top of the circle. Antonio will play it in, but Fulham holding firm defensively. Something that we were literally just talking about. And Kunku sending it forward. Caicedo with it. Trying to get past Aubert. Aubert's going to take him down. He's going to push him. That did happen outside of the box. So this should not take a very long deliberation. No penalty. But it is going to be a free kick from the byline just outside the box. Colwell, though, is going to sail that over everybody. It'll go out behind for a Fulham goal kick. Still only 1 shot on goal in the match. It came from Chelsea early on, but another throw in our third. Reece James knocked away by Berg. James will retain possession. Ahead for Sterling, who will cede position. Enzo, Caicedo working around the Chilwell. Datro taken away by Harry Wilson, who will play it back for Galini. And he will send that long. Antonio knotting it down. Enzo finding Reece Sterling. Aubert can't stop him, but Galini can. It's going to go out behind. And Chelsea with a corner kick opportunity here in the 18th minute. Ben Chilwell delivering the in-swinger. Aubert, Adade clearing. Chasing it down is Raheem Sterling. Sterling ahead for Antonio, and that is going to go without any further offensive action. Still only 2 shots on goal in this match, both of them coming off the foot of Chelsea players. Chelsea coming into this one in 9th place, now in a virtual tie with Manchester United. Both have either played or are playing their 30th match. Looking for Adade, it's going to be cut off. Chilwell back for Colwell. He's got Chilwell along the far sideline. Strand Larsen, though, is going to pick his pocket from behind. Berg drops it for Andreu. Working it ahead. Adade coming deep. Leaves it for Aubert. Surveying ahead. A very high back line for Chelsea. Right here in the 35th minute. Andreu. Adade. 2 men on him, playing it all the way back. Galini. Back out for Andreu, coming way out of his net. Sent forward by Berg. Can't find his man. Sancho, though. Strand Larsen. Fazio with it. Putting it wide for Cross. Carrying it ahead. Edge of the box. Cross for Fazio. Headed on over Petrovic and the crossbar. What a chance for Fulham, and we just could not take advantage. If there is a match of these 6 that we could steal, it is the one against Chelsea as we head into the half. tied 0-0. And I only say that because Chelsea has lost to Fulham already this season. We are going to make one change at the half. James Adade, already on a yellow card, feeling pretty aggressive still in the locker room. Going to make way for Tom Burford, the 17-year-old who has already capped at the U20 level. Chilwell sending it in. Strand Larson trying to clear it out. Colwill. Sterling shot on by Reece James, and he's going to miss the target. Goal kick for Fulham. Good opportunity for Chelsea early on. They cannot take advantage, but now from the set piece, in Nkunku. Now he's got all that to... Oh, Ben Chilwell, though, an absolute sitter. And Nkunku didn't go for it. He put it in the middle instead for Chilwell, unable to find the target. 8 shots on goal for Chelsea. Only 2 have made their way on goal. And they are destroying us right now in the XG battle, but we are still tied 0-0. This is a very important point for us. It puts us back ahead of Leicester by 3. Leicester currently losing to Brighton 3-0. Man City, our next opponent, is leading Spurs 1-0. Additional changes coming. Strand Larson is going to make way for Kaladzic. Fazio for Babadi. Alex Iwobi is going to come in for Patrick Berg. And Harry Wilson is... No, he's going to remain in. Wilson. Both of those guys are Ranocchia... Brendan Soppy is going to come in for Mark Cross. We have made all 5 of our available changes. 10 minutes left to go. Datro carrying it forward. Reece Sterling can't get his head on it. Played back for Maatsen. He's got some time. Maatsen deep. Looking back post. Datro on, and Datro Fofana with his 11th goal of the season has finally broken through for Chelsea, and it is 1-0. It was like that whole sequence was in slow motion. All of a sudden, the high-intensity play just disappeared. Yeah, and you got to feel for Batty there, going up and unable to get his head on it. Fofana scoring. And I think this match is probably going to end up 1-0. I mean, we can go very attacking, but I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. In fact, the final highlight of the match is going to be a throw-in for Chelsea in the Fulham third. Maatsen taking his time. Finds Sterling. Maatsen, Caicedo looking for Sterling. Soppy trying to play for Wilson, who can't clear it. A shot on. Save made by Galini. Unfortunately, the whistle is going to blow, and it will be Chelsea 1, Fulham 0. I thought this might be a little easier than it's been. Well, even though we've lost 4 league matches, we've only lost them by a total of 4 goals, so that's not bad. We're still in 17th place. We're not in the relegation zone. That's not bad. We are still 2 points ahead of Leicester. We have 7 matches remaining, and now only 5 of them are against top half teams. So that's not bad. We're coming back to end the week with pivotal 6-point relegation matches against Leicester and Luton. And if it still has a bearing on the results, we'll take on West Ham at home to end the season as well. As always, I hope to see you then. Make sure you hit that like button, please. Also, subscribe, turn on your notifications, do everything you can to help support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow as we wrap up our first half season at Fulham Football Club. Until then, bye-bye.